Lebanon, Tennessee, about to check out this really practical new construction home behind me. There's a front steady, it has an owner suite downstairs, it has an open dining and family room design. And that's not even the biggest story. We are inside of a golf course master plan community with country club. These homes only start in the 500,000s in Lebanon. This membership to this country club only starts at $165 a month. I cannot stress how interesting this is. This is a golf cart friendly community. We have affordable prices for these homes and they're offering crazy incentives right now. We're gonna have to check out this home. So what I like right away is you're creating like a real entry sequence. You're not just walking straight into the living room. There is a dedicated steady, front steady right off the bat to the left, right when you walk in. Now this could probably be used as like a sitting room, music room, reading room. It has like a lot of flexibility, definitely great work from home space. It has that design choice, which makes the home less of like a big box feel and more of like different segments going into it. And to the right, you would have where the garage would be, but in this model, that's their office. That door would be right here going into that garage. Laundry room, mud room, pretty standard tiling in here, kind of like how they have that designed. But one of the notable things about this downstairs plan that I really like is how the kitchen itself and the island is really positioned to kind of separate like this family room and this dining area while having like so much natural light coming in that you're like right in the midst of this beautiful outdoor like forest area flowing into a house that has the primary retreat on the first floor. This floor plan is incredible. Like you have a lot of long-term possibility when you have a primary suite on the first floor. You don't have to worry about moving when stairs become a problem. So before we get into too much of the rest of this plan, let's like really break down this kitchen. Like we have a lot of custom cabinetry design with this particular model and backsplash. It's a very, very well designed gourmet kitchen. Definitely one of my favorite designs I've seen so far in Lebanon. And one cool thing about this community is it's a master plan community that is built like right next to, if not like within, a golf course. We'll get to that at the end of the video and the details on that, but it's like a very golf cart friendly community with like great lifestyle options in Lebanon, Tennessee. So let's go ahead and check out this primary retreat downstairs, because this is a really notable part of why I think this floor plan should be seen and why I'm like going through it. Really nice design with these tray ceilings, overlooking this golf course. This model in particular, we'll get to at the end of the video, but it's the Satinwood, and it is a really, really well-designed floor plan that I'm really excited to break into. So this primary retreat downstairs, you know, it has this oversized tub. It's got the nice tiling, the walk-in shower. It's got the vanities, dual vanities. You have a walk-in closet that is carpeted. It has just this really chic, modern feel to it. You have lots of storage options in this primary retreat closet, walk-in closet, really nice build-ins. Now this model is definitely gonna have a ton of upgrades that you're not gonna see just on the entry level, but for a pricing, we're talking like this starts in the 500s and this model is gonna scale up. We'll get to the exact pricing at the end. Dedicated dining area going out to this covered patio. Let's just take a quick look outside before we transition to the secondary living space upstairs. There's someone on the golf course. This has like a fire pit, covered patio awning, decent lot sizes. Definitely gonna be more roomy out here in the country. Let's check out the walk-in pantry. Doing this a little bit out of order. So not too much of a walk-in pantry, but it is a large pantry nevertheless. Now, what I like about this upstairs living area is it definitely has more of like a secondary living room type feel. Like it's more of like a secondary retreat upstairs that has kind of its own little privacy. Yeah, so this is pretty cool. Like notice how the wall designs have like not jagged corners so much, opening into this like rec room cozy feel. And you have these like junior sized bedrooms off to the side. Not terribly huge, but this one has a full bath. Standard designs, tiling. Attic access with that door. Transitioning to more bedrooms. And you have another separate full bath. This could be another flex space or bedroom. And then this is the last bedroom with the walk-in closet. Doesn't have the bathroom. Now, before we get into like the final details of this, let's just take a quick look. I know this builder kind of specialized in having more of like a 2x6 framing that allows for them to have a specific type of insulation. We'll get to that at the end of the video as well. So now let's like transition to talking about some of the more advanced details, including the HOA. We just looked at, this is the Satinwood. This community is the Preserve at Five Oaks. The builder is David Weekley Homes. We are in Lebanon, Tennessee. This floor plan is fully decked out. This is gonna run you about $760,000 for this exact build that we just looked at. Now, but this starts at $554K. So mid 500s is the baseline for this floor plan, the Satinwood. One of the coolest things about this community is the fact that it's a master plan community with a country club and a golf course basically built through it. Membership there is separate. HOA for this community is $65, and membership for that country club, the social membership, is only $165 a month more. You don't have to join it, but to join it, you would get the pool, the pickleball court, access to the country club. I think they have like a restaurant in there. They would have a lot of amenities within that community that is separate from what you would get if you didn't have a membership there. So it's kind of looking at it like you have an HOA plus that membership, but this is like a golf cart friendly community. You're gonna be seeing people with their own golf carts driving around. It is spacious. Some of the lots are like very, very big and like a woods view overlooking a golf course or off to a rural area off to the side. It's like you have different lots of different levels of privacy, and a lot of incentives that they're running right now are pretty interesting. They're running a 4.99% 30-year fixed rate for FHA, USDA, and VA. Incredible. That's for their quick move-ins. They're running some deals on their lot sizes. If you build from the ground up with them, they're giving you like $7,500 off of closing costs, and then like for design choices, you're basically getting half off up to $60,000 that you choose to use. So it's like pretty flexible. Definitely a huge option for flexibility. If you don't have to have a low interest rate loan, you can end up getting more bang for your buck with the design choices for the house. So some of the things that we haven't really talked about yet include what we saw downstairs in that floor plan design. You know, you have that downstairs retreat that's positioned off to the side. So you have a primary suite downstairs. You're really close to a lot of amenities within this country club golf course area. Definitely gonna be one of those communities where you're probably gonna move here in part because of the access to that country club, which is not nearly as expensive as I was thinking when I was initially planning on doing this video, because it's only $165 a month for that membership. But then to get access to the monthly golf and everything included ended up being like $520 a month. And I think that also included the social membership as well. And there's some nuance to it, like if you have your own golf cart, it might not be as expensive. That also maybe included, if not separate, the golf course, golf cart fee rental for a month. So we talked about the amenities, the clubhouse, the pool, the sidewalks, HOA, the master plans, things within this clubhouse in itself that we talked about, like the pickleball court, the pool. We talked about this being the Satinwood, the floor plan. There's a lot of flexibility with the design choices that we talked about. They have a special R16 insulation they use and 2x6 framing, which is very specific to this builder. And without getting too crazy in detail about that, that is just an interesting design choice from a building perspective, which gives a more solid frame and insulation than if you were to go with a more standard builder like Ryan Homes or Lennar, which aren't gonna have quite as much quality built into the framing. So one of the other aspects that we want to talk about before we close this video is, this is the preserve at Five Oaks. They've already, the Five Oaks this is like an addition to Five Oaks. So there's already a lot of community built around this, but the preserve is separate from it and is a lot more private and has just a different angle and access to the golf course. It's pretty cool. When I walked around this, it felt very much kind of like that resort type feel. Even though there's still construction taking part, it has a really unique, like, oasis type feeling away from the other parts of Lebanon. And if you're not familiar with Lebanon, it is kind of a hub past Mount Juliet, past Hermitage, past Donaldson, and furthest from Nashville, but about a 40-minute, 50-minute drive from Nashville. And you end up having like a decently sized city that is expanding, but you have a lot of outskirts that are country, rural, and very family friendly setting. So Lebanon, Tennessee is starting to explode even more than it was just a couple years ago. And this is just one of these communities that are just continuing to grow from an already master planned community. My name is Richard Royer. If you are interested in new construction builds in the greater Nashville area, don't hesitate to reach out. If you're interested in my weekly newsletter plan that has all of the top best deals, the top 5 best deals that month from all of the builders in the greater Nashville area, including news articles and a video tour that I do every week, totally free. Just need your email address, just let me know. You can reach out and give me a call. The information will be below, and just text, call, or email me if you're interested, and I'll see you in my next video.